Don't do that, internet.
Gladiator
So
Blade Runner? Heck yeah, man. That's not bad. Sorry, Dev was talking about movies that Matt like. I skipped
oh,
the Halloween trailer. Yeah, it's nice that there's no. Uh,
there's no
well,
spoilers in the trailer, but in the description, it gives you the plot of the film, which is kind of a spoiler. I read it because I don't really care that much because I'm not that invested in the movie.
yeah, I went ahead and read it just because. I don't know. Just because I don't know. I can't wait 2 more months, I guess, or whatever. So,
Yeah.
um, yeah.
Dude,
Go ahead.
I went to Dollar Tree today
Yeah.
and I found two fun movies. Oh,
Mechanic.
upside down.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. I haven't seen Rise since it came out.
Huh.
So, kind of excited to rewatch that. And The Mechanic. I mean, dollar movies.
Yeah. Yeah. The description actually is. I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to spoil anything, but I think it adds a fun element that's different. And it doesn't bother me in the least. I don't think it spoils anything. I just think it tells me that they're trying. That's all
Yeah.
I'll say. It
But
could play off to be fun. I don't know.
my thing is it actually trying or is it like, hey, we have to do this because of everybody who may or may not have departed the earth in the last film? It was. Yeah.
We'll get there to Halloween. I've got Jeepers Creepers Reborn behind me, ready to go.
Oh, you
So
haven't watched it yet?
no, I did. I watched it one time. I've seen each one of these, except for the Munsters. I've seen the Munsters like 30 times.
Okay.
But um,
So, Jeepers Creepers Reborn is uniquely facing some of the same difficulties as Friday the 13th as a franchise. But it looks like this one's getting greenlit a whole lot quicker for one reason or another. And honestly, I'm going to say out of all the trailers that we're going to be discussing today, it's my second favorite. It looks decent.
yeah, it's actually my favorite out of the trailers we're going to be talking about. It dials it down. You know what I mean? It's sometimes the lack of funding, the necessity, innovation. I think if you
Yeah.
focus on story and character and tone everything down because your budget makes you do that, I think we might be in for an actual solid movie. I told Caleb, I felt like this trailer was in the vein of TCM 2022. But
Yeah.
you guys let me know what you think. Let's see, how many movies are in the Jeepers franchise now? This will be the
This will be
fourth
the
one.
fourth.
Yeah.
The third one's absolute horse crap. Second one's all right. The first one is arguably, I mean, it's really good, and we all have some feelings about you know who. But I mean, it sucks because you're raised with this character, you're raised with this movie, you're raised with this, and it's walking that line. First one's good. Second one's all right. Third one is the third one makes Texas Chainsaw Massacre Next Generation look like a Grammy-nominated film.
It really does. It really does. But I will say that the third movie, for as bad as it is, for the budget it had, for the issues it was having with its director, it's better than Seed of Chucky and it's better than Leprechaun in Space.
I won't even give it Leprechaun in Space. I'll give it Seed of Chucky.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I bought it just for completion's sake for DVD for 50 cents, but I'll probably never watch it again. It's bad.
Absolutely not. I still need to buy the second one. Yeah. So, Jeepers Creepers Reborn. Seed of Chucky was awful. You should, if you
Dude,
get a chance, go just watch the opening of our review to it.
I actually watched that today, and it made me sad while I was watching our review of it, because it made me tired and depressed again, just watching, like, I had to edit, like, that is a long review, and I had to edit, like, 2/3 of it out, because it's just us crying through the whole review. It was bad. It pisses me off that the autofocus wasn't working because it's jarring, but it's it was a fun review to rip apart, but overall, what a horrible movie. But Jeepers Creepers Reborn, super excited for this. We will see. I'm gonna go ahead and hit play, and then we will see if it actually works. So hitting play now. Let's see. It has like a really bad delay. 2022. When does this thing come out? I think it's August.
I don't know. It keeps getting randomly delayed, then brought back to a date, and then so I stopped trying to pay attention to it because I was just kind of getting annoyed with it, and I had no expectations.
Oh. How do I get rid of that thing? Don't forget to Then what? That was creepy shot right there with a dumpster. I love the atmosphere, man. I love the creepy like throwbacks to it.
It kind of feels like Haunt and Hell House and Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3D's carnival scene.
Kind of reminds me of House of Thousand Corpses too, a little bit.
Yeah, the color grading.
Going back old school, got the house, the birds. John Carpenter vampires vibe to it.
Friday 7 coming up.
Yeah.
I have to say, it looks okay. As a horror guy, it looks not stellar, but it doesn't look bad either. It looks like a good mid-tier movie, and my expectations are pretty low because, let's face it, the third one was bad. The Jeepers Creepers Reborn was pitched as not a reboot, not a sequel, not a prequel, not a retelling, but somewhere in between all of those. And whenever somebody does that to a new entry, it makes me feel like the movie is going to be way too pretentious for its own good. And the trailer does not give enough oomph to be as pretentious as they're acting like it can be. You're turning back on again.
Yeah, it should be done, though. It should reset itself.
Gotcha. So I'm moderately hopeful that it's all right. But I don't think it's gonna it's not gonna reinvent the franchise, or there might be a kill or two that helps aid some future horror movies, but I have pretty moderate hopes. But that said, it is still one of the best trailers of the ones that we're going to talk about today.
Yeah,
just is.
I don't know. I kind of have why is Halloween 2018 behind you? Well, I like Halloween 2018.
Yeah. 2018 kicks the hell out of kills.
It does. It does. And we will get into that. We're, like I said, next week we're going to do timelines, and we're going to start 81, 78, 81, and then we'll do the Thorn trilogy. We'll do H2O Resurrection, do Rob Zombies, come onto these, and then we'll do a ranking video, and we will explain why. I don't understand the problem with 2018. Like, everybody loved it, and now all of a sudden there's a lot of hate for it. I just don't understand. I understand there's a lot of callbacks, and I understand Sartain had some issues, but
yeah,
overall it's a good slasher, good return to form. Some of it was kind of lazy. Some of it was circumstantial. You're talking about Halloween, where the movie has to take place on Halloween. Like, certain dominoes have to fall every time. It's not like Friday the 13th when the day doesn't actually matter. It's just Jason killing people. You know, you don't even need the lake or anything else like that. You can go wherever you want. But anyway, I'm sad you don't like it, but I understand. I've heard reasons why people don't like it, but anyway, let's see. Let's go to Prey next. See if this will work again or not.
Woo! So, I'm not going to lie. The Predator is the worst movie I've seen in my life. I would rather watch Seed of Chucky than The Predator. So,
what?
This trailer looks so much better than what we were left with. Shane Black's wet dream of what that last movie was, it was atrocious. It should not be allowed to exist, and it should have to be retitled. It cannot exist under the same franchise as Predator and Predator 2. It just can't. It is
Predators.
trash. Or even Predators, yeah.
I think that I heard everybody bash it so hard that by the time I finally watched it, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I'm not saying it was good, but I had the bar set at like Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Like I had it pretty low. Here,
dude, Mortal Kombat Annihilation is 1,000 times the film the Predator could ever wish to be.
No, let's see. So I've seen. Whoa. Let's see. I've seen all of the trailers. That's the topic next. Except Jeepers Creepers refused to see Jeepers Creepers. Yeah, and that's something I don't even want to talk about his name really. I mean, yeah, the original director in the late '80s was convicted of some horrible things with a minor. And then for some reason, because Hollywood has been like this forever, but nobody wanted to hear it because everybody was probably doing it in the shadows, probably still is, but and so they allowed him horror movies, which they probably thought was going to go nowhere. And then Jeepers Creepers blew up for the most part when horror was dead. And so yeah, he's a ginormous turd. He is, from what I understand, sold most of his rights. I'm sure he still makes some money somewhere from it, but first movie's phenomenal, second movie's okay, third movie's trash. So it's nothing. I mean, it's special. But it's nothing. I understand. I completely understand where you're coming from, Jabari. If that's the tone I'm reading anyway. If it's just because you don't like it, I understand that as well. But yeah. Jason says I enjoy Predators. Yeah, there's some callbacks to that are a little heavy-handed. But I do love Predators, and I love the story of Danny Trejo, where Rodriguez in the script said a character that looks like Danny Trejo, and Danny Trejo found out about that, and he was like, "You know who looks like Danny Trejo? Me."
Danny Trejo.
So they cast him in the movie. But okay, yeah. See, yeah, it could go either way. Yeah, both reasons. I get it. Yeah, yep, I get it. I messed up but he's messed. Yeah, he really is. He is, and he's a piece of doo-doo, but I wasn't there. I don't know the circumstances, which I'm not condoning or anything. He was. That sucks. I don't want him to get my money, but he sold the rights, so I feel a little bit better about it. But there's also a lot of good actors that have been attached to the franchise, like Justin Long, and I always forget the other gal's name that was in the first movie. So to the people that did a good job, put in a good effort, I give them the props to that.
Yeah.
That's the DVD. I believe that's like the 99 DVD with the graphic lenticular case, dude. Thing's baller. I got it from across the street at a garage sale for 50 cents. DVD's in beautiful shape, and that cover is bad, man. Hang on, dude. I think I've showed this to you, Caleb, but
yeah.
I mean, the thing is so bad, dude. Look how cool that is.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
I couldn't believe you had it for 50 cents.
Yeah. So Prey. Prey, honestly, is going back to some of the comic standings and bringing us back to a decent, like, first contact story, and I'm really stoked for it. And also, if anybody hasn't read the literature around it, I feel like everybody's going to call it woke because they missed the literature part. So the main character is a female, as she was in those stories. I'm already super annoyed with all the woke talk. It's just people who haven't paid attention to anything but the first Arnold movie.
Well, the problem with that is, I mean, Disney has literally been outed for saying that they have agendas that they will push no matter what. So whether it's woke or not, I'm not trying to argue that. I'm just saying that it looks bad because they are on paper as being as pushy with some of this stuff as possible. I don't see it as woke.
Yes.
I'm just saying.
Yes.
Oh my God, Jabari. Well, good for you, man. Congratulations.
This It is going back to the literature. It's bringing us back to stories that were already there. So we are going to get the human predator if they do this right. And they better do it right. They better do it right.
Yeah,
So
let's see if I
I'm
can't get
stuck.
the trailer going here, and then stop it, and then we'll kind of because I need a recap. I saw the teaser, which I thought was cool. I love teasers like that. It's perfect. And then the trailer, which I thought was man, but we'll talk about it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dude,
I
it's like
think
the Hellraiser thing. Like everybody's freaking out that Pinhead's going to be a female, yet they totally missed what Clive Barker wrote. The fact that it was more of a sexless, feminine-looking creature, which does not describe Doug Bradley in the slightest. So it's getting obnoxious. God. I could go on all day on this.
I'm actually excited for that, dude. The possibilities of a female Pinhead, just because with like the bondage torture kind of stuff from at least maybe a guy's side of it. I just think like we've got plenty of regular Pinhead. To see it in a different way with a different actor, maybe it'll wipe the slate clean and give people a new, fresh look on the franchise. You know what I mean? It'll kind of stand on its own.
I just want to say that how you started that statement was going in a direction that I feel like is not appropriate for the channel, and then you veered all the way over here. So,
Well, it
good
just,
job.
I just think as a guy, I think it's, you know,
Don't do it. Just
no, I'm just saying it's like, it's just creepy in a different way. Like it just gives it a fresh take. In my mind, just gives it a fresh take on the same lore, which I think is what the franchise needs. And I think just switching that out, it works for it. Like the I can't remember the female. What do they call it? Female Cenobite? I can't remember what they call her, but I always thought she was awesome. Yeah, I mean, so I just think it fits, and you can do some other creepy stuff in it besides just I don't know. I think it's a good idea. Could care less the gender of the characters are. Yeah, agreed. For the most part, yeah. Sorry, 1 second. Why is this not working? Hang on. I think I broke it.
And dude, if I can ever get John to agree to go through all the Hellraiser movies, I think you'll be really disappointed at where I rank 3. Most people are.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be rough. I don't know about just it's a lot, man. When most of it was just and it's all that's not good. You gotta love it when your signals get crossed and it jacks everything up. There we go.
Well, if it helps in the background, I've got The Dark Knight Returns Part 1 playing at my house because it is the best animated Batman next to Mask of the Phantasm. Said what I said. Said what I said.
Yeah, I need to rewatch that.
Peter Weller as Bruce Wayne Batman is so awesome. I will never let that go.
Oh man, I don't know if this is gonna work. My internet or something has just been horrible tonight. Apologize. Let's see.
You're just going to have to move out.
Well, just at the mercy of internet. Give it another minute, and if not, we'll just move on. Whoop.
No. I haven't given Batman versus TMNT a chance yet. I did really want to see Assault on Arkham, and I haven't yet. It's been on my list for forever, but I heard that is a fan favorite.
I've not seen that. I do own it. I can't wait till my kid gets a little bit older. That way we can, start going through some of those cartoons and things like that. Right now, he's just still a little too young. Some of them get a little hardcore.
Yeah. Man, in Dark Knight Returns, Batman is a savage. Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah, he is. God, I need to rewatch that.
Dude,
I haven't seen. I've seen most of the TMNT. I can't remember what it was on, but I watched it and then it wasn't happening.
The way he's like, this is an operating table and I'm your surgeon. Just, bro, he whoops, dude. It's great. It's great.
I think it's gonna work. Hang on. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, I'm really interested to revisit Rise. I'm gonna keep some conversation going while John's trying to troubleshoot. I remember at the time it was a big to-do when it came out for some of the lower quality horror fans. And I remember it came out and everyone was disappointed with it. I remember watching it and being somewhere between disappointed and like, I'm going to go watch Devil's Rejects again. So, yeah, I'm pretty interested to revisit this. I remember it was supposed to be a whole series with Lucy Liu as a vampire or vampire hunter or something like that. So I might have to write out some thoughts when I finally get to revisit that, put them up on the page, because it's up there on my revisit list.
All right, man, I'm just going to do this janky. I'm just going to hold my phone up. It's pissing me off. I'm done. Oh, wait. Don't work now that I've got all mad. Okay. It teased me. It was like, do you want to connect? Do what?
I still won't do it. I'm not going to watch Morbius unless somebody pays me to do it. And I need about $100 minimum.
I've heard from some people that I do believe that it's not good, but I heard it's not as bad as people make it out to be. It just could have been a lot better.
If it's anything like Venom, I don't want to watch it. Nope, no desire. And the trailer looked like Venom, but instead Venom's a vampire.
So,
yeah.
They just I just don't understand. Like, stop playing it safe. Lucy Liu in black leather and a crossbow. How old is Lucy Liu though? She's got to be up there, right?
Probably 40s, 50s. But that was what, 2007? Yeah, 07. So
all right, screw it. I'm just gonna put this on my phone. Hang on, here we go. Prey trailer. I'm just gonna hold it up. No. It still wants. I turned the TV off.
So this is how John works with technology.
Hey, I was down here testing it, and it sort of worked. Close.
Sort of works.
Oh my god, I'm about ready to throw my phone. This is so annoying.
I don't recommend it if you need the phone for anything. Another topic while we're waiting on John to figure this out.
I figured it out.
Okay, I'll hold it for later.
All right, here we go. 3, 2.
Oh God,
1.
that's horrible. Okay, this is. I have words.
My bad. Okay, so the bear gets messed up. CGI looks okay. I like the bones over the face. I'm not buying for a second that they have a chance.
I think that what we're going to see is some uninvited white European guests showing up. And I think that we're going to see the hunted help the hunter. That's my almost 100% guaranteed bet. And I am down for it. I want to see it. And it comes out August 5th. It's going to be on Hulu. And I can tell you right now, I am going to be watching it over that weekend. That's my birthday weekend. That is my treat to me. I am going to come down here. I'm going to lay down. I'm going to turn the volume up. And I am going to watch it and enjoy it. I cannot wait. That is my favorite of all the trailers that we're discussing here tonight. So it actually looks like it is going for quality over just putting the Predator in the movie. And that is what I want with a Predator film. The first film got it right. The second one was a little bit of a deviation, but still got it right. AVP was a money grab, that worked really well at the time that kind of fell short today. AVP2 was AVP2. Predators was a step in the right direction with quite a few missteps, and the Predator just was an abomination that should never be talked about again.
So I don't. Okay, so I would assume that this is probably going to land bottom of the barrel for me after the Predator. Dude, okay, Arnold and all of his gang of Green Beret Marines, whatever they were, special ops, whatever, got taken out like nothing. I don't buy that Native Americans and the Americans or whoever they are with their little flint, pistol things. No,
You're also talking about technology that's not as far advanced. So their predators are, yeah, they're still more advanced than humans, but they're going to be less advanced than the jungle predator that hunted Arnold and his crew.
They're still going to be pretty advanced because they still have to take the ship to Earth. Like, they're still going to probably have the lasers. Like, they might not use the lasers because they see that they're using crossbows, so they might go more hand-to-hand stuff. Maybe the lasers come out more when, like, the guns come out. But they can't defeat Danny Glover, though. Hey, man, it's Danny Glover, okay? Okay? It's Danny Glover.
Too old for this.
He's too old for that. But, no, I don't buy it, man. Not for a second. Like, not for a second, dude.
John is one of the people.
Gal with a crossbow with a bow and arrow. I don't buy it for a second.
John is one of the people who missed the literature. So
literature of what, man? Like, it's a 7'5" predator going up against a 120-pound 5'3" gal.
You miss what I'm talking about. My point is that this film is going to start out as him hunting them. Then there's going to be an invasion. And then the prey becomes the ally. I will almost guarantee it. And then she will be known as a predator.
Okay.
And if they pay attention to the literature, that's how they do it right. If they pay attention to the comics, the books, pay attention to the NECA toy lines, that's the way to do it right. She will become a hunter.
Okay, but I don't understand in any way, shape, or form. If she locks eyes with the predator and they're not friends, I don't understand how anybody survives. Like, he should be able to mow through an entire tribe. I mean, I don't know. We'll see it when it comes out. I just have low expectations, probably because of the last movie, and just because I just don't really trust Disney anymore. It's Disney plays it way too safe. They just do. I don't know. I'm just Disney, like with their TV shows, their movies recently.
I would rather them play it safe than release another The Predator. My God.
I don't know. Yeah. But I think technically that was studio involvement, though.
If they're taking this book, this series, and they are going, okay, these are the type of character arcs that we want to build. Something that's already in existence. And they take that and put their own spin on it. I'm all for it because it's going to avoid getting us Robot Predator or Cyrax in the Predator universe. So I can't argue with it. I'm really happy. I am super stoked to see it. That movie of all the movies is what I'm most excited to see. Will I be let down? Most likely. It'll probably fall behind the first and second Predator.
Yeah, Jason said that he liked Predator 2, man. I like Predator 2.
Yeah, Predator 2 is awesome.
Man. Predator 2 is phenomenal. It's nothing but like Die Hard, Lethal Weapon with cocaine. Yeah, it's awesome.
It always ends that way. Danny Glover was awarded, Stallone was awarded, more than likely she will too. Yes, but if they do it right and they get to sequel it, she'll actually be like a hunter with them, which is what I want to see. I want to see her integrate with predators.
It's weird because I'm just not into like a period piece Predator movie, and I don't know why. I think it's because like the technology and stuff like that. I think it'll be kind of cool to see like you're saying, like a dumbed down technology, but at the same time, like like, man, the Native Americans got rocked just by flint action rifles and Winchester rifles, let alone like actual real alien technology.
And diseases that white people
True.
brought.
True. I'm just saying, like, when it came to like fighting, that's why they lost, because you can shoot 7 people by the time it takes to shoot probably 2-3 arrows. But yeah, Mecha Predator versus Godzilla. You're gonna, yeah. Let's not intertwine those. Let's get aliens and Predators versus Godzilla, and then maybe Kong comes in too, and they're getting too much.
I'm going to be completely honest, and this sucks to say. I think after Freddy versus Jason, we need to stop the versus movies. I don't want any more. I think it's a recipe for disaster at this point, especially with how far horror has come with the resurgence of like the Halloween franchise. It's not a good idea anymore. I think that trying to ground it back to the roots of the film, of the original film or the original intent, the versus films have got to stop.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Honestly, the Kong Skull Island and Kong versus Godzilla and Godzilla, like, I liked the independent movies. I didn't like the versus movie. That was a waste of my time.
I still haven't seen it. I bought it on 4K not too long ago, but I just haven't had the time. Dude, yeah, I'll tell you later what I've been watching. But yeah, I mean, okay, I hope that Prey is good. I'm glad that Disney has it and they've got some money behind it, but I'm worried they're going to play it too safe and people are going to come out of the woodwork and say it's woke, like you're saying, because people are a little on the defense of Disney now. I'm not saying I think it's woke. I don't. I just don't want to see a 7'5" predator go up against a 5'0" gal. And that's probably a very side plot of it. She's probably not like the leader of the tribe that has to take him on one-on-one or something stupid like that. She'll probably be one of the last ones standing that befriends him at the end, like you're talking about. So it's really probably not an issue at all. You know, she's probably one of those trustworthy ones or something like that gets her on the side of the predator or whatever it is, like you're saying. So it's probably not an issue at all. It's not woke. I just think that we'll see. We will see. I don't like that Disney owns everything. They own Aliens and they own Predator and they own everything now. It just sucks that if they start spitting out mediocre crap, that's all we're going to get is mediocre crap, dude. Like, I'm sorry, but Obi-Wan sucked. Anyway,
lightsabers and stuff. No, I want to see Freddy Krueger versus Busta Rhymes. So you want Freddy against Freddy?
I see what you did there.
I like it.
I would have loved to seen Freddy versus Pinhead, though. I'll be honest, though, because you could play in the Dream Demon, Leviathan, the box. Like, you could kind of make that intertwine, give it a reason. Good fight scene at the end, call it a day.
I think the versus film has kind of had its day for a while. I love Resurrection too. It's towards the bottom of the list in quality, but I love it.
Got one of the best masks.
Yeah, it does. Speaking of which, I guess David Gordon Green said that he wanted Busta Rhymes to do a cameo. So if he shows up and ends, I mean, that'll probably be the highlight of that movie. Yeah.
The bottom
Blasphemy.
Dude, how many more can you put behind it? And don't just say kills an 18.
Like 2-3 movies you could make worse than it with, like, I mean, like what, 5? There's an argument for the Rob Zombie movies.
I'd put 3 behind it.
Well, that's because you're nuts. But yeah, no, I mean, it's towards the bottom, but I love that. Again, Halloween is my favorite horror franchise, and I love them all. Oh, God, John, you're not going to like that.
Oh.
I disagree.
What?
Absolutely disagree. Far better story.
H2O is worse than Resurrection? You crazy, me son. You crazy.
It's got some wild elements, but it's a far better movie.
I mean, you put the mask in Resurrection on him in H2O, and it would go up like 2 points for me. God, I mean, I don't hate the mask. It's just I hate the masks, plural. The 5 different masks they had in the movie.
If they would have went with the beginning H6 with the new hair, or the main mask that we all know and attribute to being the H2O mask, that'd be fine. But no, they toss in the CGI, they toss in the Brat mask. I'm not sure which I hate more, the Brat mask or the H2O CGI mask. I
I hate the
can't.
Brat mask more.
Just, bah, bah. I think dude from Resurrection was mocking the eyes of that mask. So that brings us to 2 more movies. Munsters and Halloween Ends, Kills,
Ends.
Halloween and the Furious, Fast Halloween.
Let's do the Munsters, man. Little Rob Zombie action, but not in the Halloween category.
Okay.
All right, you ready? Sorry, guys, for my phone. I had it, but I'm having internet connections. It's not working. I apologize.
Munsters. So, real quick, I want to dive into this thought before we get to the trailer. I was raised with shows like The Munsters, with shows like The Cosby Show, with shows like Family Matters, and then it ranged all the way back to things like Leave It to Beaver and Andy Griffith and Red Skelton and Carol Burnett. Like, I was raised with a wide range of TV that went back from the 90s all the way to the early era. The Munsters show is a staple. The spin-off movies have been bad. The spin-off era for Munsters has not been great. So I have extremely low expectations for this. It doesn't look great. It doesn't look horrible. It looks mid-tier, and it's not going to hold a candle to the TV show. It's just not.
Right.
Nothing ever will.
There's a couple Halloween specials I loved as a kid. I haven't seen the Christmas one since I was a kid, but there was a couple Halloween specials I really did like I really, really liked. So I'd love to revisit those. But I grew up with them too, man. With 66 Batman, with Happy Days, with I Love Lucy, Bewitched, I Dream of Jeannie, like all that stuff. So I get it that you cannot go back and recapture the 60s magic. You really can't.
No.
Like, we can't connect to that like we could in the 80s or the 90s. It's completely gone. So you got to do your own thing, and I completely understand that. But this disco cocaine that we're snorting, I don't know if I can get behind it. But let's take a look at it. Here we go. Wait, is this the right one?
I gotta say, none of the voices sound right in this trailer, and I get it. They're not the same actors, but it hurts a little bit.
Completely agree, man. Yeah, Herman Munster's voice is way too
iconic.
High. Yeah, you can't beat Fred Gwynn. Play!
I feel like I'm going to watch Bride of Chucky whenever I see the Universal Pictures logo.
Yeah.
I don't know why they give Rob Zombie a huge intro with a movie that he hated, House of a Thousand Corpses.
I don't like the sound of that.
It's just so bright, dude. So bright. Sorry, guys, the quality sucks. But it's just like colors going nuts, and it's not as bad as my screen's making it look even worse than it is. But it's the quirky jerkiness too to everybody's movements too. Like I just don't like it. Like right here. His voice is terrible.
They don't look bad. It's like Austin Powers is trapped in the Munsters verse.
That's not a bad comparison right there. See, like it's just wacky and energetic. Maybe he'll play better in a movie, but he's just an idiot. Not lovable. I don't know.
I am kind of interested because it's a prequel, right? It's them falling in love.
Right.
So I am kind of interested to see that play out, you know, before they have a kid and Grandpa Munster doesn't like Herman, and I'm interested to see that, but it can't hold up against the show.
Like this right here.
That's a strange way of saying hello.
Dude, that like I just hate his voice so much. I don't know. There's been a lot of talk about this movie that's been wrong. Apparently, that it had a $40 million budget, that it was going to go to theaters, that it was going to go to Paramount, and all this other crap. And Rob Zombie came out and was like, I don't know what you guys are hearing. Does not have a $40 million budget. It was always going to go to Netflix. So with Rob Zombie coming out, he's a super fan. He actually has props from the set itself from 1960 whatever. So he's a super fan, which is cool. It's PG, so you know we're not going to get too weird, hopefully. I don't know. The quirky is weird to me. It's very quirky. I don't know. I have to see it.
Yeah, I mean, the original show was quirky, but I think it's just not going to translate well in 2022. And I think it's going to be another big miss for him. Yeah, it does look like a Goofy Kids film. Absolutely.
Yeah. Deb says she's never seen the Munsters. Oh, man, Deb, if you've never seen the Munsters, this is a great gateway for the kids to watch a little horror. Like, it introduces them to staples of horror, you know, like Dracula, Frankenstein. And it's very wholesome, especially for 60s. It's super sweet.
This and the original Addams Family TV series.
Yep.
Right now, Walmart has the Munsters original box set. I think it's like $17-18 on DVD. It's in color. There's a black and white one too. I think that one's $25 because it's the original like release. Personally, I think black and white adds a charm to it. The collection I have is in color, which I'm kind of sad about, but I'm just happy to own it.
Yeah, I'd kind of want both. Yeah, that's the thing, is there is a black and white trailer to this. And from what I think Rob Zombie wanted it to be black and white, but studios kind of fight that when they put money behind things and whatnot. But it'll be nice if it goes to Netflix. It would be nice if they released both versions, or at least the option to pick, so that way it's not killing from itself.
I would start with black and white because I think it would make the campiness feel a little bit more on par with the original TV show. You know, it would feel a little. It would make it easier to digest. The bright colors feels very, very like an Austin Powers movie. Like when I was watching the trailer, that's the first thing I thought of.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, disco cocaine. It just calmed down, Rob. Like you see them riding around, and like he's wearing a bright purple suit, and it's like super green everywhere, and like he was in he's in a chair. The chair is like bright red. Like there's just so much color, and like you were saying, like the color kind of rips the nostalgia from you. Now, if you're like Deb and Matt that probably have never seen it, then it's probably not a big deal to you. It's probably just adds to the wacky, which I bet it does. But the nostalgia it needs black and white, unfortunately. But yeah, it looks like a Goofy Kids film. That's the nicest thing, is that you will have this Halloween. You will have a new, on top of Hocus Pocus, you'll have a new holiday horror that the kids hopefully can watch, and it won't be too weird or creepy. And it also, like, you saw The Creature from the Black Lagoon, you saw all those, the Wolfman, the original Nosferatu. Yeah, like it's bringing back some of those to relevancy. So that's cool. I've got the box set somewhere of like I don't remember 35 movies of the old movies. I need to blast through that maybe this Halloween, but even I've never seen those, and I love horror, and I grew up watching old horror, but that was so far back, and stuff was hard to find, and they didn't air them a lot in the 80s, 90s. Everything had gone to Friday the 13th by then, so I'm a little disappointed in myself for having seen them. But am I alone in not liking Hocus Pocus? Oh my goodness, Jason. I'm
not really a fan.
Oh,
I get it. I understand why people like it. This is not fully my cup of tea. It is a mood-setting film for Halloween, in my opinion, but I'm not a big fan of it.
I love that movie as a kid. Whenever I would get sick, I'd have my mom rent it. It was one of my like comfort movies as a kid. My mom was really awesome where she would call in sick because my dad, he wasn't going to deal with me, but she would take me to Dylan's and she would take me over to the buffet and she'd let me get whatever I wanted off the salad bar. So you got like the fudge pudding and stuff like that, and then she'd let me go pick out a movie. And one of the movies I'd pick out was always Hocus Pocus, dude. Love Hocus Pocus. But I do think it is a movie you need to see probably before you're 12. It just to help add to that charm that it has.
Yeah.
But Sarah Jessica Parker, man, woo! Matthew Broderick, way to go, buddy. Shame. Hocus Pocus is a family staple here. Yeah, man. Same here, man. I can't wait to see the sequel. Hopefully it's good. But I completely understand if it's not your bag. Like you need to see it at a certain time, and you need to kind of want that childhood innocence, light danger. I don't know. I'm so glad everybody's so funny in that movie too. Some really good acting across the board. All right, guys. I don't know, man. Any other thoughts about the Munsters? I say, does it look a little cheap? Does it look a little goofy? Herman's a little bright. Everything is a little too colorful. The acting is a little weird. Yeah, like I understand like complaints across the board on YouTube. I pretty much agree with all of it. Like it just.
Yep.
But I hope it's good. I think Rob Zombie for me has more misses than hits. But I respect him as a director, as a filmmaker, for being one of the few that wants to do something different, that wants to, he just seems like a director that, he wants to go there. Unfortunately, I just don't want to see 30 F-bombs, and I don't want to see all the nastiest things that human beings could possibly do every single time. So I think this is the movie I think could bring him back. But we'll see. Hopefully it's good. I hope it blows me away, but I like family movies. Hocus Pocus just never hit me. Yeah.
This is, in my opinion, the third best looking trailer. I think the Halloween trailer looks good, but I would rather watch the Munsters at this point.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Kills really did sour it for us.
It really did, and it sucks because there's some super cool kills. No pun intended on that, but it is just, I can't.
The dialogue and the supernatural just killed it.
Yep.
Some stupid character decisions. I understand. Like I had a. You shut it. Sorry, man. Like there's some stupid decisions. Like today, I had a bee buzz me above my head while I was outside working, and then I look over. He's on my shoulder, and it's one of those massive suckers too. And I looked at him, and like in a panic, I was like, and I blew. Like I was like, I like spit on him. It like probably gave him COVID or something. And then like he like went away and like came back at me. So like in this random person's house, I'm like running in the backyard like a little girl screaming. I was like, ah. But so I understand in like stressful situations, people make stupid decisions. But every single person in that movie made a stupid decision.
Let's real quick get to the Halloween Ends trailer before we go on our Halloween rant, because I know you and I could like fill an eternal void of how much we dislike Halloween Kills.
Got 1.8 million. Good Lord. All
Dude,
right.
Also, Blumhouse did that on purpose. They released the trailer while everybody was sitting there in the premiere for Nope. Like, that was totally on purpose.
From what I understand, it actually leaked.
It leaked, and then Blumhouse was like, here you go.
Yeah. All right. Take this with a grain of salt. Minute 16.
I just want to point out that John's phone quality on a phone screen is hilarious.
My bad, man. Like I said, my bad. I'm having some internet issues. I will have it better next time, I promise. I love this, though. Like, the setting gets you right into the Halloween vibes. It's trying to go back to that 78 breathing stocking. I love the music, too. It fades in, then it fades out real hard. Lots of screaming. Oh, so throwback, kills. 78. Hawkins in there. That was a great shot of the shape. Whoops. I love it. God, his hand again.
Yeah.
Dude, trying to put her hand in the garbage disposal, I love that. Like, you messed up my hand, it's time to mess up your hand. I like that this Michael is fun. Like, he remembers, he's vindictive, I do like some of the little quirks that it gives him. Like, in some of the other movies that Deb and Matt haven't seen, he's just not as playful, like, thought-out playful. But anyway.
I am... I'm going to be in line to see it at some point within the first week of it releasing. I am going to probably, I have a feeling, like it more than Kills, but still not enjoy it that much.
Yeah, Jason, are you trying to hide from spoilers from it? So I'll try to navigate that a little bit if you are, man. I totally respect that.
Man, I've said it 100 times. David Gordon Green and Eastbound and Down guy said that it was a return to form for Halloween 2018, and they wanted to bring back that. They wanted to wipe out that supernatural. They wanted to get rid of all that. And literally Kills flipped that on its face. And it ruins me. Like, if you wanted to go the human direction, you had every opportunity to do it. And you didn't. You flipped on your word. Also with Kills, like John said, every single character makes okay, we're gonna go in and we're gonna face the evil, but you two stay in the car and do not follow me, especially when you hear shot. What? No, that's not how movies work. Also, if I hear evil dies tonight one more time, I get it. It's a tagline, but you could have done it just once or twice. You did not need to do it about every 15 minutes to remind us. That was unnecessary and exhausting.
Well, I'm gonna laugh if now again I'm trying not to spoil the rest of the franchise because Matt and Deb haven't seen it, but I'm gonna laugh if well I'm trying to navigate. Let's just say I'm gonna laugh if stuff that we see in this trailer isn't actually in the movie. Like if they pull like an Infinity War thing where they show you what could happen, but not what's gonna happen. I don't know. Like the trailer actually, I don't need a trailer. Like I'm kind of with Jason on this. Like I've already seen 2 movies. I don't know. You need something that says like that it's coming out soon. Get ready for it. But really, your marketing is the 2 movies that came out beforehand. If people didn't go see those and they're not excited to see this one, then they're not going to be excited by seeing a trailer because they've already seen the previous 2 movies. This movie should sell itself. Like you should remind people it's coming out with like a 20-second trailer, and call it a day. Ours has 2. Yours only has 2 screens. Yeah, Deb says that they're going to try to see it, but they only have a 4-screen. So she's not sure if they're going to see it. Deb, I've got to imagine you're going to get it, though. I mean, it's Halloween. It's one of the biggest movies that'll be out at that time.
Man, I just, like, okay, another thing that I can't stop thinking about is the end scene of Kills. Like, I did not need a Michael Myers Batman montage kill. Like, I didn't. He's a jiu-jitsu master now. And I didn't. That was completely unnecessary.
According to David Gordon Green, he's still human, which he's more human than human, I guess. I don't know. It's
absolutely no way. The dude is like 65, 75, 85 years old. He is not whooping that much arse for being sedentary for 40 years.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm so exhausted by it. Like, I totally get it. If they would have came out and said, we're going to go back to the first one, but we're going to pull some of the things that they did in the sequels. Okay, cool. I'd have been way more there for it. But it was just so hard to get through that I am dreading the experience of trying to make it through this one already.
Yeah, I just hope that if they're gonna go, let's see, I watched it just again the other day. Man, I just hope now. We'll reiterate this again. We actually do a recap review when we get to it, but I just hope now. So Caleb and I, we were reading the menu and we said that, oh man, we've been to this restaurant before. We really liked the 78 steak. So I'll have another 78 steak in 2018. And we were eating that steak and we're like, yeah, this isn't bad. I'm kind of feeling it, They're keeping the vibes. They're getting rid of the sister angle. They're doing some good stuff with this. They're grounding it back down. And then we're like, yeah, let's see what happens. Oh, hey, let's come back in a couple of years. We'll have another steak. We'll get the 2018 steak now that we're on board for. And we're eating the steak and we're like, oh my God, like somebody overcooked the bejesus out of this thing. Like the steak dies tonight. Like I'm sorry. Like I understand if you like kills because it gives you more action and it's more fun. I can buy that and I understand that, but it's the flavor of the steak that we were going for. It's the sizzle I'm trying to sell, as Malcolm McDowell, as Loomis would say. But it's just that's the problem is you promised us this and then you just rip that rug out and you're like, ha, ha, gotcha. I don't know. Michael Myers is awesome in it. It's what they do with them. The characters aren't too terrible. It's what they do with them. It's the taglines and it's the stupid side plot.
I cannot. Okay. Myers' kills were awesome. Do not get me wrong. They were great. I have the movie and I have rewatched the kills. I've fast forwarded through to each kill. The unstoppable killing machine angle, that's Jason.
It really is.
That belongs
it's later
to
Myers, but it's more.
It's always been more Jason. The Stalker has always been Myers. So personally, as much as I'm a huge fan of Halloween 6 and Halloween 4 and Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 and all those, Halloween H2O and Resurrection got it more right than Halloween Kills and Halloween 2018 in a way.
I agree. I completely agree. So Deb and Jason sound like, Matt and Jason they were in for the ride of the more aggressive Myers, the more fun Myers, and I get that. I really do. Yeah. Because it seems like most people that love Halloween.
I own it. I bought it, but I waited till it was under $10. But I bought it.
It seems like people, if they liked 2018, they loved Kills and didn't like 2018 once Kills came out because they wanted the other flavor. We were the opposite. I still think 2018 is fantastic, but Kills is. Man, but I in the review that we gave, the spoiler review, I did say that it has the potential to go up because just like with Halloween, the rest of them, like you're it's bad going in, so you find the good parts of it. So it has gone up a little bit for me, but damn, you watched it 3 times opening weekend. To be fair, I probably did too because we did a commentary on it. We saw it in theater, saw it in Peacock, and we did a commentary. So I probably did open weekend or that open week. So.
Halloween 2 is my favorite so far. Which Halloween 2? The 1981 or the 2009? That's a very fun question.
Just said, my steak better come with a blooming onion. Oh, my God.
Yes.
Stop.
That sounds great. Outback Steakhouse, here I come. So Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, I believe, is an underrated greatness. 1981 is absolutely, without a doubt, the best Halloween sequel, and nothing will change my mind. Is it my favorite Halloween sequel? No. Is it the best one? Yes.
See, that's the kind of stuff I want to talk about here. Like, be real, and then tell me what's your favorite. Like, that's fine. I can respect that a lot. Yeah, let's see. Kills is my personal top 10 movies ever? Holy God. Whoa. Are we talking ever? Like all genres? We're talking about westerns, thrillers. It beats out like Seven, The Shining. Are you talking like God tier movies like Jaws? Come on, man. Tell me, Jason. You tell me. Tell me. There ain't no way it's top 10 of all time. And if it is,
Oh
that's
god.
awesome. I'm pumped.
All time ever?
That's
Okay.
crazy.
I
Okay,
can't.
Jason, if you can't do it right now, man, next week do me a favor. Write down your 10 because I got to see your top 10 of all time because I'm so curious now. I'm excited. I want to burn it down. Burn it down. I want to see it.
You
Still
know,
have about 7 more movies to go. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Caleb, before you came on, Deb was talking about which one to go to next. They watched 78, 81, and then they jumped to Kills, watched about a quarter of it. And I
oh
was like,
Jesus.
no, stop. And then they went and watched 2018. Now they finished Kills. So they've seen 4 of them. So I told her to go
So
back and watch.
you have seen the main 2 parts of 2 different storylines.
Right.
So if you want to go back and connect to 81, go to Halloween 4 and then watch 5, 6, H2O, Resurrection, then the Rob Zombie, then Halloween 3.
That's what I said too.
I do think Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 is a misunderstood film. I get why people hate it, but I really think that the theatrical cut, not the director's cut, the theatrical cut is an underrated film.
As a film by itself, if it didn't have the Halloween title, it'd be a different film. It'd be a better film. But as a Halloween title, it's trash. I put it down there as the worst Halloween movie, and I actually have changed my mind. It is no longer the worst Halloween movie to me. I won't give it away for now. I'll save it for the ranking. But there's another movie that I like leaps and bounds more, but it is actually the worst Halloween movie, and we will talk about it when we get to the ranking. But dude, I'm excited that Jason likes Kills, man. That maybe someday I'll be on board and it'll get me. I'll let it all go. Maybe the third one, like if they're gonna go to ends, this is what I want. And I've said it before. If we're gonna do ends, I want them to double, triple down on the crap they were doing in Kills. I want you to fully commit and really drive it home with the supernatural beast mode. Like, just drive it home. Don't pull back. Don't do anything like, oh, he was on, magic bean juice and steroids. No, just keep going with it.
I agree, but what I'm more excited for, even though I don't think it's going to happen, is I want ends to hurry up, get over with, and I want them to go back, and I want that Halloween Resurrection sequel, Halloween Returns.
Yeah.
I want that more than any Halloween movie. I want that more than any Halloween story. I want that more than any Friday the 13th reboot, remake, new sequel. I want that more than a new Freddy movie. In the horror world, that's the movie that I want.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That Halloween Returns script, once you make it through the Halloween films, you guys should check out the script. It is all over the internet. It is well worth the time and the investment that the studios could have put into it. And instead, we got Rob Zombie's Halloween.
Do you know why they didn't shoot it?
I've heard like 10 different things. I don't know what the actual reason is.
The main reason why they did not shoot it was because it was to be shot overseas in like Bulgaria or something like that. And Akkad said, no, it needs to be filmed in America, Midwest. It needs to have that feel to it. You cannot go overseas and shoot this movie. And so he canceled it. That is the main reason why that movie never happened and why we got, well, and then, unfortunately, rest in peace, Akkad was killed in a bombing in Iraq, I think, or something like that. And when Malik took over, he decided to not continue from Resurrection and do Rob Zombie's movies, which were the most financially successful. So kudos to him. I mean, really, it was all about money to Malik. I mean, he had God dang it! What is his dad's? Malik is the son.
Mustafa.
Mustafa, thank you. Yeah, he had rules, but really it was all about money. That's why he pumped out Halloween 5 a year after Halloween 4.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. Let's see. Let's see. That's what actually made me like it as much. No time to really process anything because it was so busy, so supernaturally unstoppable. The problem is they say he's not supernatural. Like, don't lie to me. Just
Yeah.
admit it, own it, and let's move forward. I'll buy
I
that he's
can't-
supernatural. It's fine, but
Yeah,
the kills were
it
good.
was the promise. The kills were good. Halloween 2018 is a far better movie than Kills. I said what I said, and I mean
Yeah, it's structurally better. It is. It has a better beginning,
it.
middle,
Was
and
it
end.
Jordan? It might. Yeah, that sounds right. Actually,
And Jordan. Okay, my bad. Yeah, that sounds right. Somewhere overseas, my fault. But yeah, I think he was killed in 2005. Sadly. But like I said, his son took over and has made more money than his dad ever did. I don't need a story with interesting characters or Halloween and Friday the 13th. Dude, but that's why the best Friday the 13th movies are the ones with the best characters. Friday the 13th Part 4, Part 6, like
even a reboot.
Reboot, yeah. Halloween's the same way. Halloween is the best. Halloweens are the ones with the best characters. Like,
1, 2, and 4. I mean, those have the best characters, the best structure of film.
Yeah,
And
I hear what you're saying, man. But like for what you're saying, Jason, that's what I go for, like a Victor Crowley, or I go for like Art the Clown with Terrifier, things like that. So I completely get what you're saying, but you do need to care about the characters. You need to be invested in them. You need to have a sense of personality. Not all of them, but some of them. The has no big final chase. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Like I said, there is some greatness in the movie. It's the flavor change that really hurt and irritated me because. Yeah, it's. I think Caleb is right. There's a fine line between Michael and Jason, and even though they blurred those lines as the franchises went on, they definitely stole from each other, no question.
Yeah.
I think we're we're not Halloween purists because we like most of them, but at the same time, when you go back to the original, we have a certain, like I said earlier, like a flavor that we want. We want the stalking. We want there and not there. We want the supernatural edge. We don't want
Friday the 31st. Dude, it so was.
Was it say all
yeah.
those kills in one sitting?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
the firefighter scene, that was very Jason Voorhees to charge a crowd. Michael Myers, the OG, would have dipped out the back door. He'd have killed the one firefighter to get out and pieced out another direction. He's not going to take that many people head on. Now, when Michael Myers became supernatural, yes.
Right.
Which, that's the argument. That's the whole structure. Danny McBride and David Gordon Green said, human, original concept, back to basics. And Halloween 2018 kind of filled in on that promise. And then Halloween Kills was like, psych, just kidding. This dude's going to take more of a beating than any human his age could ever deal with and survive.
Right.
And not just survive. He's going to turn around and jujitsu a whole gang of people. One of them's even got an iron.
Right.
Which, man.
But it would suck to get hit by an iron. It would hurt. That's why I love the Saw franchise until it was no longer good. The characters' interconnections was amazing. More Gordon Killer. Dude, I'll say it again, man. Saw franchise is underrated. I know people crap on it, but to be able to spit out a movie and have it intertwine and have it like, the gaps in time and go back and like all that different stuff going on, it's amazing that it's as coherent as it is. I get that it got a little fantastical and a little crazy at the end, but I'm still blown away that anybody could pump them out that fast and still entertain me.
Yeah, the Batman scene and Kills, that end scene, dude, I absolutely loathed it because I knew, like, what I thought was cool was she gets the mask, she takes off, and you see him stalking, not because he wants her, but because he wants his mask back, which that scene worked. That scene works as a Michael Myers type thing, right? What I don't understand is she had his neck on a stair and could have ended it all, but didn't. Now, to follow that up, once it was like he's taking a beating, I knew there was another movie. And so I knew what was going to happen, and I didn't want it. I did not want to see Michael Myers kung fu his way out of a mob. It just doesn't. It's. I mean, even Halloween 4's version is hard to watch with the mob because it's like a little bit cheesy, but this just ramps it up way too far.
Yeah. Let's see. Hang on. Fire scene was cool. The efficiency was great. Almost like the board going through this thing. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. That, exactly.
Yep.
It's not what fit Michael Myers, but it was a really cool montage and scene. Yeah. I saw half of kills. I purposefully had enough, LOL.
Yeah.
I would have added more mob killings. Jason, what?
Jason said after Saw 2, I was done. Oh, man. I don't know.
When we get to the horror franchise rankings, over the years, Saw has crept its way up within my top 10. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's funny. It's funny because after 3, I hated everything after 3 for years and years and years. And then one day I watched 4, and Saw 4 slowly became one of my favorites. 6 and 7 are a little bit meh. Spiral is garbage. And Jigsaw, I understand why people hate it, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think I don't think it's treated unfairly. It doesn't fit right, but I had a lot of fun with it. So I have a lot more respect for the whole Saw franchise than I used to, but I've always held those first 2 movies pretty high.
Yeah. Have you ever seen Escape Room? I just watched it the other day.
No, I remember when I first saw the trailer, I was like, why are we doing Saw again with not Saw?
Right. Yeah. It was okay. The one gal from True Blood and from Daredevil, she's in it. She did a good job. The actors are all right. It's fun, but it's like, it's so out there, dude. Like the level of like interconnecting traps and like the different rooms they have to go through, man. It's so far beyond belief. Like you'd almost have to have like NASA building this crap. It was like a budget from like 1964.
Go back if you haven't seen it and watch Cube. I believe it was from 97, 98, where these people are trapped in these never-ending cubes, and they are trying to figure out what equation makes it so a room is safe.
Oh my God.
To enter. And it is so well done. Some of the acting's over the top, but it's really good. Spiral and Jigsaw don't exist. I understand, but I do enjoy Jigsaw. You won't find a Halloween ranking list like mine. I believe that. We've talked a little bit about it.
Yeah, save that, man. We're gonna starting next week. We're gonna start hammering the Halloween franchise because we've never ranked them. We've done commentaries on 1 and 2, and then Rob Zombie's 1 and 2, and then we've done kills, and we've talked about 18, but we've never reviewed the rest of them. So we're gonna go through the timeline, and then we're gonna rank our favorite timeline, and then we're gonna say our favorite timeline and why. And then we'll do a ranking. So it's going to be a lot of fun. But Alice in Borderland, I have never heard of that. Alice in Borderland.
No idea what that is. Spiral greater than Saw 3. That is sacrilege.
There's no way. Jabari, Spiral is hot garbage juice. It is a cash grab with God, no money. I don't understand. It had like a $40 million budget or something stupid. The original Saw had a $1.3 million budget. Like, you tell me how that happens. You tell me. Like, no. You don't need $40 million.
With H281, he doesn't even use a butcher knife. Yeah, he used what he had around. Now, granted, he did go steal a knife, and then we kind of,
Well, Well, he does use it's not a butcher knife, but it's the long, smaller butcher knife.
Yeah,
and then he
it's the
puts it
L-Rod
in.
knife.
Huh?
It's the L-Rod knife because he
Yeah,
steals it from the L-Rods.
right. And then he puts the knife in the school and puts Sam Hain on there, and so yeah, he uses a knife a couple times, but not very much. He
But
stabs a
you
babysitter, and
also
that's about it.
that's also a time where Halloween 2, the push from the studio was to make a movie gory enough to fight against Friday the 13th, but Michael Myers and Halloween was not actually created and intended to be a film or series like that. So, but I mean, you're John Carpenter, they're offering you a crap ton of money, and I mean,
Yeah. Yeah, he didn't
I'd
use
take some money. I don't care.
Yeah, he didn't use the butcher knife very much in Kills enough, but I do like that this is a Michael Myers that will use whatever's around him to do damage. Like he'll take the saw and cut somebody in half, and then he'll use the halogen and the axe and the. I do like like I said, the playfulness of this Michael Myers is untouchable. I think he's the best. I think he's the best Michael Myers. I will say that right now. I do think James Jude Courtney is the best Michael Myers, and that might be sacrilegious. I'm just saying right now. We'll probably do a ranking on that as well, but he put 10 knives. I know. I love the pause too. Just perfect. Like that was good. I'm gonna put the next one right here.
That scene seems to have divided Halloween fans, but personally, I think that scene was the most on-brand Michael Myers scene because it was almost like his childlike sense of wonder going back to what does it do if I do it again? What does it do if I do it again? And that fits Michael Myers. That totally works. So I really did like that scene.
Yep.
Core sampling with the light was nuts. Probably my favorite. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. The light bulb when he breaks it and stabs her, dude. That thing was intense.
Yeah. Dude, it was that honestly, I want the NECA figure of that just for him to hold that bulb.
Yeah.
I don't own it. I'm not gonna spend $35 on it, but if I ever do get my hands on it, I will display that figure with the halogen light because that was cool. But
I do love the stairway kill though, the up, down, left, and right, and just kind of. It reminded me of trying to do a cheat code from the old NES. I love that so much. The fireman scene was good. I just didn't like Caleb was saying, the same thing with the mob, the ninjutsu. He blocks it, kills him. He just felt a little ninja, and he's supposed to be ninja as in sneaky, kill you when you don't know, not headstrong and take you on. It's I don't know. Like I said, I think it'll go up because it'll be what it is, and then I'll be able to enjoy those fun moments. But with taking the movie as it is, not as I want it to be. But man, 2018 set it up. It gave me exactly what they said they were going to do. It gave me exactly what I wanted. And then 2018 threw the rule book out the window, snorted a line of cocaine, and was like, we're doing this. Let's see how horrible she was alive for so long, watching him, stab more and more. And I love how that shot's beautiful, how they do that, man. I can't remember what the shot's called now, but you focus in on what's close and you fade out the back, which is perfect. It kind of helps Myers in the shadows and stuff like that. And it's just nice because it kind of blurs it and make you, it just feels extra icky too. I don't know, yeah. And the slow breathing by her. And I do love the Johns from the movie. I was a little worried that people were going to be a little touchy about all that, but everybody seemed to handle that pretty well.
Dude, to me, it was watching Stuart from Mad TV the whole time. I couldn't. Dude, that is Stuart from Mad TV. I don't care what else he's done ever in his life.
Yeah. Yeah, Jason said steps out on the porch ready to kill. Let's do this, boys. Yeah, man. When he's up there with the halogen on the porch, it's all I heard was let's get ready to rumbo.
Dude, that was so a Jason X move. I could see Uber Jason doing that. Seeing Michael Myers do it was it was a cool scene, but
that's
it was the wrong character.
Jason has a lot of what makes him special. Michael Myers has a lot of what makes him special. And the core of Michael Myers is being mysterious. It's about being the Shape, not the bulldozer. Like,
Agreed.
I do like Jason X. I really do. It is a guilty pleasure, but I really do like Jason X.
Ain't nothing guilty here.
It's guilty.
Mm-mm.
It's
No.
cheese. It is
Dude,
cheese.
it's one of my cosplays.
I know. Hey, you can still love it, and it's guilty pleasure. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm not guilty of anything. I love that movie.
He says, "Give me the bulldozer." Yeah, man. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. With ins and you're probably going to dial. They're probably going to dial it down a little bit, right? They're not going to. It's not going to be like Kills, because Kills was really a filler. It really was. It was. It's Laurie Strode is the big, heroine and blah blah blah, and she was not in 18 a lot till the very end. She's doing things, but not really a big deal to Michael till the very end. She's not a big deal to Michael, and she can't do anything in Kills. So in this movie, it's I don't know. I don't think he's gonna be running through the town again. I would like to see, if it's been 3-4 years or whatever from Kills from 2018. I would like to see him killing, and I would love to hear like all the deaths that are happening, but nobody sees Michael Myers. People just end up dead. Like there's no survivors. He's just going through the town every Halloween killing people, and that the town becomes a ghost town or something like that. We'll see. I hope that they do a little bit more, like bring more of that mystique. That would build the character, that creep factor of the character again. If you just didn't see him for 3 years, but every year people that have stayed there have died, like how creepy would that be? Like do more stuff like in the Halloween Returns script where he says in blood he writes on the wall, "This town will never be safe again." Like do creepy stuff. Have a filler, like do a recap of the previous 3 years and just show like little glimpses of what's been found from the police and stuff like that. Like, and then like this year or whatever, they called in the National Guard or something like that. I don't know. You had a mob scene the last one, so
yeah, I don't know. It's really hard for me to like find some optimism with it. And you know what? I will say this absolutely. If I go into it and I love it, nothing would make me happier.
Yeah.
I want to go in and enjoy the movie. I just, with how much of a letdown Kills was to me, based on my standards as a Halloween fan, and I'm not hard to impress, which sucks, and it's true. Oh God. The fact, I can't get past the fact that Halloween Resurrection treated Michael Myers more Michael Myers-esque than Halloween Kills. That sucks.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's I don't know. I will say this, that I'm rooting for it as well. I want to enjoy myself. I'm going to pay for the ticket. We'll be there day one. I do hope that this is the last of the Jamie Lee Curtis story arcs. Like I think, and Laurie Strode, period. Like whatever you do in the future, move on. Yeah. If you got to go back to some other characters, okay. But this one has been beat to death. Without giving any rear spoilers or anything else like that, this character has been beat to death. We've seen it. It's done. She's in her 60s or whatever. Let it go.
There's so many options for Laurie Strode story arcs that at this point, I am praising like Halloween 4 and Halloween 6. Like it just, yeah, God, it's so exhausting.
Yeah, it's actually starting to make like well, I won't go there. Never mind, I won't go there. But it's hard because I want to save some of these for my rankings and my opinions, because you kind of know how I've talked about things. But see, Jason's trying to get me fired up here, man. Now, Jason, there's two versions, man. There's theatrical and then there's producer's cut. Which one are you talking about? And if you're talking about both, that's great too. But yeah, Deb. Speaking of which, Deb. So Deb has not seen, Matt, Deb have not seen 4, 5, and 6, and they have not seen producers or theatrical cut, obviously. Deb, I would recommend the theatrical cut. I think it's a better Michael Myers. It fits the narrative better. It doesn't quite flow as well, but it's a better story.
Yeah, for a first-time viewing, when you get to Halloween 6, I do recommend the theatrical cut. If you're absolutely in love with Halloween by the time you're done with all this, go back and watch the producer's cut. Um, it's got some things that really upset some fans, and some others find some connective tissue that they really enjoy. I'm the latter. I I enjoy some of that connective tissue. It is problematic in places, but yeah, start with the theatrical. It's well worth it. It's got one of those super rockin' like mid '90s grunge and rock and roll records with it too. So it's a fun watch. Fun
Yeah.
watch.
Why do I love 6? You finally get to the brutality with great kills. Yeah, yeah. I think that's by far a superior performance by George B. Wilbur, who bulked up a little bit. But the mask is great. The suit's great. Yeah, there's a lot of fun early '90s like rock and roll vibes throughout it.
Yeah.
There. I mean, there's good and bad with all these movies, but yeah, like there's some of the highlights of Halloween 6 are the rock and roll.
Yeah.
Best mask by far, yeah, dude. It's a baller mask.
I wouldn't say it's the best by far, but I do really love that mask. It is one of the most chilling Michael Myers masks, in my opinion.
It feels like you're looking in the devil's eyes. Like the first movie's creepy, the second movie's super creepy and like zombie-like and like, it looks supernatural. He looks like a monster. But in 6, it looks like you're looking at the devil. Like the devil's coming after you, and it's not gonna be gentle. It is not gonna be gentle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
oh my god. I can't wait for Deb and Matt to get to 4, 5, and 6. Anything else, man?
I am ready, absolutely ready for the Evil Dead trailer to drop. I don't know when we're gonna get that. I am excited to see what happens here. I am also. Oh, what was the movie I was thinking about earlier today? Saw 10 has been greenlit. I don't know much about it except it's going back to the Saw films, not the Spiral films. It is expected that Tobin Bell will reprise his role. And there's rumor that Shawnee Smith will be coming back as well. Which, cool, she'll be back. That's interesting-ish. But I'm also not sure that we need another film with a bunch of cutbacks to a story that was kind of haphazardly completed unless we're going to clean up that story. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre game looks amazing. If y'all get a chance and you're into gaming, go check out the trailers. There's a bunch of coverage on it online. And even better than that, in my humble opinion, the RoboCop game trailer. And Peter Weller is voicing Murphy / RoboCop, which is awesome. And Mortal Kombat 2 has a director. I don't know who it was. I just happened to see that they officially got a director attached to the project. And there was another thought I had.
Mortal Kombat was fun to watch, but it's a trash movie overall.
Better than the first two.
Whoa. That first movie's epic. Don't touch it.
It's not epic. It's fun. It's fun. It's not epic. God, I can't believe you said that.
It's nowhere near the first movie. And it's nowhere near. It doesn't even come close to touching the YouTube series. I can't remember what it's called. I own the first and second season. It did not get a third season because the second season really fell on its face. But that first season's amazing.
The most disappointed I have been in Hollywood about a choice, a film choice, is the fact that the new Super Mario Brothers is casting Chris Pratt as one of the Mario Brothers.
What? Why?
Yeah.
Is he Italian?
So I want to point out that although the original Super Mario Brothers film is arguably a trash film that I thoroughly enjoy and love to pieces, and will defend to my bitter end.
He's bad.
It's a bad movie, but God, I love it. They had a better casting choice for the Mario Brothers.
Oh yeah, yeah. I love John Leguizamo in that movie, and what's his name? Shmi from Hook, and he's awesome. And Roger Rabbit. God, I can't remember that guy's name now. It's gonna make me upset.
I can't.
Yeah,
but
he's a great actor. Rest in peace. But
I am absolutely disappointed in Hollywood for this.
I didn't
Chris
know that.
Pratt.
That's
Once I read that, I was like, well, I don't want to watch that. And that made me want to go buy the original Mario movie because I loved that movie. Like, I know it's bad. It is a bad movie. Like, there's movies you just can't say are good. That's one of them. But I love it to death. I thoroughly enjoy it. It is a nostalgic ride, start to end.
Sorry, just going back. So, Jason said next week he's going to get nasty with the Halloween debate. I can't wait, man. It's going to be awesome. I want to see your top 10 movies, man. I'm excited. Intrigued even more with Shawnee and Tobin, but wary. They went too far. They went too downhill after 4 and 5. I do agree. I did have a lot of fun with that, though. Real quick, so yeah, I watched, let's see, I'm still upset with didn't get a solo Affleck movie. Same here, man. Kills me. I love Ben Affleck. Yeah. What are they going to do with The Flash? Like, did we talk about this last week? I feel like we talked about this last week. What are you going to do? Like, are you going to spend $20 million to go back in and, like, digitally remove them from the movie? Like, are you going to go back and, like, get rid of that character altogether? Or are you going to put somebody else in their place? Like, what are you going to do? Are you going to put it for free on HBO Max? Like, you can't do that. But you can't even market the movie because your main actor like kidnapped somebody and is gone. Like, you can't have Michael Keaton carry the whole movie. Like, he's not the main character.
I have an idea.
What's that?
And I stand by it. Get Grant Gustafson to come in and film over all of Ezra Miller's parts because he is 10 times the Flash Ezra Miller will ever be.
It's very true. I do got to say, Ezra Miller, I really enjoyed their performance on both Justice League movies. And the 2 seconds he was in, they were in Suicide Squad. I really liked the performance. I really liked the quirky, you could see the mind was too fast. And so, like, it messed with his interactions with other people. I like the quirky Flash. I thought Flash was funny in the movie, so I liked it. I liked the Flash in those movies, but I do agree that you're going to make fans happy if you put Grant in there. Just put Grant in there. I completely agree with that. Otherwise, I don't know how you market the movie. Pay Ezra Miller whatever you got to pay them, and just Band-Aid the movie because everybody's willing to just Band-Aid it because they understand. Like, nobody's going to bat for Ezra Miller. Like, no, I guess that one person did. The one person, the reporter, whatever her name is, she came out and said that we don't know what God dang it, what they're going through. I completely understand that. But in the end, when you cross the line where you hurt people or you kidnap people, your feelings and emotions are kind of null and void. Like
that. And it sucks because also this is probably the last time we'll see Ben Affleck dressed up as the Bat.
Right. Kills me. That's why it's got to come out. It's got to come out. Just a reminder from last week, I watched Boat Trip yesterday. I got Boat Trip in the DVD collection that Deb and Matt gave me. I did a video on that. I just need to do a quick edit on it and get it posted. I also finally finished my 1990s Megazord custom video, or custom. It was like 3 weeks. It was stupid. I had to resand it and repaint it like 3 times. I've got a couple other custom videos that should be coming out soon. Next week, Caleb, so like I said, what?
I just realized a custom piece to my future Jason costume build is being mailed to me. It should be shipping this week. I just happened to look over and see my drawing, which made me realize. I contacted the Devil's Latex, which is who I ordered the hood from. It's a little bit custom, but not entirely custom. And I was like, hey, just checking in. It's been about 8 weeks. Just wanted to see how it's going. And he was like, oh, yeah, I'm about to finish it up this week. It'll be in the mail to you. So I am super stoked to get that underway and share that with everybody because it's, I think, the best already existing concept that was never used.
Yeah, man. I'm excited. I'm excited to see it. Hey, 15 more DVDs, man. Thank you. Thank you. My collection is out of hand awesome. I can't wait. I need to do a video, too, of movies I need help choosing from, like Boat Trip, and, like, I've got a bunch of movies pulled out just a little bit. I need help of just, like, I'll do a video. You guys tell me which one I should watch first. I'll do a review on that just to say thank you, and I need to do that, but through the week.
You were supposed to tell
I'm
me
going
what
through the whole
movies.
franchise again this week. Nice, man. The whole Halloween. I wish I had that time. Like
Same.
it's tough, man. But I got to squeeze it in there when I can. Real quick though. So next week I kind of want to do the timeline videos on that. Do you want to do the recap review of 87 or excuse me 80 78 81 and then the Thorn trilogy? You think you want to do that all one night, or you want to space that out? How you want to do that?
I say we start with the intent to do both, but if time gets away, we spread it out.
Okay. Yeah.
Because we can rant.
Yeah, the only thing I would worry about is that, yeah, I mean, 5 movies to review, and yeah, that's a lot.
It is. Dude, I'm excited to finally dive into the Halloween franchise fully, wholeheartedly. It is my favorite horror film franchise. And I have spent so many years, like, really, really thoroughly enjoying these films. Even the ones that I think are bad. I mean, my first theater experience with Michael Myers was Halloween Resurrection. That's almost as low as you can go.
Yeah.
So, but it's got a special place in my heart. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. And you'd probably
Okay.
say that if it was Kills, don't you think? You'd still note that it has some issues, but you'd be nostalgic for it. So yeah, it's nice that one of the lower end movies you got some nostalgia for. That's why I always like talking to you. Like, you always seem to have nostalgia for the one movie most people hate, so it helps hold that up and make the franchise a little bit more whole. That's always cool.
Yep.
Resurrection was along with Jason X. Nice.
Same.
I miss Jason X. I had a 4-screen little small theater too, like Deb was talking about, and we did not get Jason X. But I didn't see Resurrection either. I wanted to, it just didn't come. And right around that time, it was, I don't know, like young enough I could drive, but not enough. Like with something like that, I would want to go see it with a friend. You know what I mean? Especially if I'm going to drive 30, 45 minutes to go to a decent theater. You know, it would kind of suck going by myself. But I did start dating a gal a little bit after those came out. We went and watched TCM, Freddy vs. Jason. Like, so it was kind of cool to have a friend go to those. We didn't date very long because she's crazy, but we're still friends to this day, and she's still crazy. She ain't never gonna watch this, so. But if you're watching, you know who you are. Sorry. Let's see. Yeah, you're off this weekend? Heck yeah, man. That's awesome. I would love to binge. I would really love to do a back-to-back of 18 and Kills, but I might just, like, fast forward through some of the junk and do it, so maybe I can squeeze it into, like, an hour. So Deb's asking which ones we need to finish before then. Deb, you need to go to 4, 5, and 6, theatrical version of 6. So it's gonna get different.
Man, you're gonna get so mad at 5.
It's weird.
I
So
understand.
Deborah Hill and John Carpenter, they sold their rights to the franchise after Halloween 3, and they decided to take one last stab at it with. I Halloween 4 when horror was on the big decline. 87 was like, well, really 85 was like the height of horror, 80s horror. And then after that, like it was just bad Friday the 13th, bad Nightmare on Elm Street, bad. And then Halloween 4 comes along and people are like, hey, wasn't that bad. I kind of miss Michael Myers. So Halloween 4 really kind of helped keep going the horror franchises. And then like Chucky came out in 89 and yada yada. So there were some things that kind of keep horror alive. But yeah, I hate 4 and 5 masks. I agree, man. The 4 and 5 masks. Watch Halloween 4 and 5. I don't know, not brightly. Yeah, it's
4's mask at least makes sense logically. That I can get behind. The 5 mask makes absolutely no sense, but something about it has this creepy factor that I don't defend. Again, this is one of my personal things. I don't defend it, but I like it.
Yep. I just hate the shoulder pads, man. The shoulder pads, of course.
Dude, the shoulder pads are horrible. He looks like he's about to jump in the defensive lineman and just knock some people down.
Yeah.
Oh, you'll get there.
Yeah.
The coveralls are cool, though.
Yeah. Yeah. Cops do it by the book. Remember that. Holy God, Matt. I know Matt is kind of a horn dog, and Kelly Meeker, he's going to have fun with Kelly Meeker. But, well, guys, I'm sorry for the technical difficulties tonight. Thank you for rolling with us. I appreciate you not giving me a hard time. I apologize. Next time I will do the router thing first, make sure everything's going. And I did try to test it beforehand, but it was being a turd then too. So, but life's crazy. Thanks for rolling with us. Next week, we will start the Halloween reviews and the rankings and all that stuff. It's going to be a lot of fun. We've been putting this off since 2019, I think, when we started the channel.
Sounds about right.
We've been putting it off. It's like it's the holy grail, but it's time now. It's time to rise to the occasion with Halloween Ends coming, and I'm super excited. Jason, I'm glad you're in here, man. I'm glad for a little contrast, because normally that guy down there is my contrast. So it'll be nice to have another person to bounce off. It's nice to have Matt and Deb because they have similar and different vibes. And Deb is there to edit some of Matt's opinions, because he said he gave one analogy I couldn't say online, so it's pretty funny. But anyway, thanks again for watching. Be Kind Rewind. We got over 150 videos on our YouTube channel, so if you check those out, I'd really appreciate it. Same thing with liking and hitting the bell so you know when we do stuff. I got more dumb nerd figures stuff coming. We got more Halloween stuff coming soon. We really appreciate it, guys. Till next time, we're out of here.